Welcome back to Transcriber from Reddit. Today's topic comes from the subreddit r/WELS, posted by user Don't Eat the Cookies Mom. Now, this post got to my attention because of the previous situation with Dr. Andrew Schmiege, remember the professor at the WELS who had a student, a female student, move in with him and then married her, and then now suddenly she's no longer attending Wisconsin Lutheran College. Well, I found out about that, and doing a little bit more research, I found that the WELS subreddit had this post that was posted by Don't Eat the Cookies Mom, who is, in my opinion, doing everything they can to highlight this problematic behavior occurring in the WELS. And the reason that I am doing a live read on this is not only to draw more attention to the Dr. Andrew Schmiege situation, but also to show people that it is okay to question the authority in the WELS. It is perfectly natural to question when people seem to abuse their authority, like Dr. Andrew Schmiege did. And it's perfectly okay to ask for more questions and clarifications regarding situations like this. But, as we will soon find out, you'll also know what to expect if/when you get a response back from the WELS leadership. So, let me begin by reading. Again, the post is titled, "WELS Leaders Have Failed to Protect Teenage Girls from Middle-Aged Professors." The body of the post was removed, but before that point it had 5 upvotes and 11 comments. Starting at the top comment is user GurryInWoodO saying, "Gross. Seems like there should be public pressure on the school admin to re-examine the situation and their response to it." OP responds to that user saying, "It is the reason I bring this up here. Synod leaders want to ignore this situation." User Ewok Seat Chocolate responds to OP saying, "This is most certainly true. Who do we contact?" ? User Fluffy Green Turtle responds saying, "My husband contacted the Synod president, who told him that he, my husband, quote, was not very brotherly, end quote, by voicing his concerns, very politely for the situation. He had multiple people proofread it, end parentheses, and then accused my husband of not knowing anything, quote, did you actually talk to the people involved? Did you XYZ? Did you actually ABC? End quotations, etc., etc., for a very long paragraph, end parentheses. So, not surprisingly, that avenue isn't productive. OP responds to Fluffy Green Turtle's comment saying, "It is certainly not, quote, brotherly, end quote, when a middle-aged called worker is able to marry a teenager without the teenager's father even knowing. I don't think that's, quote, brotherly, end quote, at all." As far as Synod leadership is concerned, they all believe that women have no place making decisions for themselves due to the stances WELS has taken on headship. As long as a woman is serving at the feet of a called worker, we should all be celebrating regardless of the moral failure that led to a teenager marrying a middle-aged male called worker. User Ewok Seat Chocolate responds to OP's comment saying, "I got a response from the VP of WELS telling me I should take this up with the couple. What an actual piece of human garbage. So whenever a man in WELS victimizes a young woman, we should feel obligated to let the offender continue to victimize the vulnerable by letting them gaslight and deflect? Is that also how statutory rape is handled in WELS? Simply talk to the pervert and gain an understanding? Are all sex crimes and inappropriate relationships in WELS okay if the victimizer is a God-fearing man who projects some Christian way of life? If I sent the WELS VP an email about one of their called workers engaging in pedophilia, would I be directed to simply talk to the pedophile? I remember when the WELS communication director was arrested with thousands of images of children engaging in sexual acts. You would think they would learn their lesson and take measures to protect women. I'm leaving this disgusting church body. User Fluffy Green Turtle responds with, "This was the point that pushed us to finally leave too." Good for both of you. Please, let's continue bringing this up, because if we don't, only more women will be hurt by this. OP continues making separate posts about WELS sexual abuse continues and mentioning the post from the subreddit ex-Lutheran about looking for other MLC sexual assault survivors, and then makes a separate post also located or redirecting the user to find the post on the ex-Lutheran subreddit on women are prey in WELS schools. User Fluffy Green Turtle then makes their own separate comment, posting, "Unfortunately, not surprised. Over at BLC," I believe he means Bethany Lutheran College, "Dr. Ryan McPherson started dating his now wife when she was a student and he was a professor. Really sickening to hear that this sort of thing is still happening. There was also everything with West Lutheran High School where they kicked a girl out instead of actually investigating the sexual harassment/assault that she reported. The Minnesota Department of Human Services is trying to crack down on that happening there again, but unfortunately, the Senate doesn't seem to actually care since they let the principal just switch to a WELS high school in Arizona instead of actually firing him. All of this has certainly been on my mind lately as my husband and I contemplate if we will stay with the ELS/WELS. Thanks for sharing." OP responds saying, "I finally left after this last incident. Women are treated like property and are looked at as potential sex partners and not like young scholars when they attend WELS schools. My local church would not withhold synod funding from our offering pool, so I left. I'm not going to donate money or time to an organization that treats centers of learning as a dating pool. WELS refuses to put policies into place that would help ensure appropriate boundaries are always in place and respected when it comes to young, vulnerable female students. Dr. Andrew Schmeeke is just the latest predator, but there will be more." I couldn't agree more, OP. Otherwise known as Don't Eat the Cookies, Mom. Let me rephrase that. I want there to be no more incidents, but as we both know, there will continue to be incidents. Let's continue bringing them to light so that more people will know the truth. Because only when people know the truth can they hold leadership accountable. They are not God, they are not Christ, they are humans and make mistakes, and they should be dealt with as we would with any human authority. That concludes today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.